Revolutionary greetings to all and sundry. My dear people of Southern Cameroons, brave warriors of our liberation movement, today is August 23, and today is Tuesday, and the year is 2022. And of course, my name, John Akuro. My people, I begin this broadcast by trying to immediately debunk this news that I've seen being broadcast by Comrade Paul Nilong. I suppose that somebody must have misled him because Comrade Paul Nilong is announcing the passing of our brother, foot soldier No Pity. But I have on the line to Bui with me right now Comrade Big Vulture. That's General Big Vulture, who is part of the Unity Warriors. Big Vulture, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm getting you. I'm getting you.
Yeah, Big Vulture, what do you know about this news that I see Comrade Paul Nilong talking with all assurance that, our brother, foot soldier No Pity, is no more?
No, what I have to tell my Ambazonian people is that shake no day, no pity day strong and healthy. So may my people them may they not get panic or may they not get any fear. Say something they wrong with the foot soldier no pity. So he day strong and healthy. So even I never hear ye, small time when I go hear from ye. When I know say no when a man where they ever come out make empty noise for social media, no, na man of action. So even I know hear ye, that means he the plan. Na man where they ever plan before he come out. So even I never hear ye, that means when I go hear ye small time. He be strong and healthy.
Yeah, Big Vulture, of course, I must make clear, Big Vulture is of the Psalm 91 detachment with General Flyover, and they are all so much in the heart of the Unity Warriors, and he works very closely with Foot Soldier No Pity. So, Big Vulture, when did you last see our brother?
No, I was with him yesterday. So no pity is fine. I can assure my Ambazonian people that no pity is fine. Strong and healthy. There is nothing wrong with no pity.
Okay, my brother. Thank you very much, Big Vulture. I don't want to keep you so long on here. It's not always very secure for you to be, on the air with a live program going on. So, thank you very much, Big Vulture, for that very important clarification. Any word for the people of Ambazonia before you go?
No, all I can say is that I'm thanking my Ambazonian people for their concern. Yes, because without any concern, they wouldn't have called us to ask about our FM no pity. So I'm assuring them he is fine. There is nothing to worry about.
Thank you very much,
That's
Big
all I can
Vulture.
say. Yeah.
Okay, bye. Okay, my people of Ambazonia, my people of the southern Cameroons, this is exactly what we do. When we get information that we can't verify going around, we reach out to the people who are right on the ground. Of course, I suppose in the days ahead, I'll talk with foot soldier No Pity and ask him if he's all right with coming on to say one or two things to our people, or he just wants to announce himself the way he always does. So, my people of Ambazonia, my people of the southern Cameroons, there is no sadness in the air. Remain strong, remain optimistic, remain focused. Our brother is sound, safe, and alive. Comrade No Pity has not gone to sleep. The armor of God continues to protect him and will, of course, continue to protect him. So, my people, let's get into the beef of the discussion that I have with us here today. But before I do that, let's take a quick break just so I clear my throat and be set to go. Because just like you, I was already so disturbed when I watched the brief outing of Paul Nilong. And so that's why I said, let's get things straight. Let us put the records straight. I'll be right back.
Dream come true by training you to become a professional Scrum Master in just 6 short weeks. You heard me right, just 6 weeks. This may be the biggest life-changing decisions you will ever make. They say luck is when opportunity meets preparation. If you were walking down the street and opportunity walked past you, would you recognize it? Well, here is an opportunity you won't want to miss. At Venbati LLC, our world-class trainers would prepare you for one of the best career changes you will ever make. And then you can consider yourself lucky when you make that 6-figure income and laugh your way to the bank. If you are that person who can recognize an opportunity, call us at 240-701-7796. Check out our website, www.venbati.com. We have limited spaces. First come, first serve. Come one, come all.
My people, before we continue, I like to make this very clear here. You know, the enemy, La République du Cameroun, I've always said, benefits from the division, the misunderstandings among us. You will definitely come to establish at the end of the day that someone, somewhere, deliberately misled our brother Paul Nilong to come on and talk with all the assurance that he has that something has befallen our hero. And the objective that La République du Cameroun intends to attain is to cause our brother Nopiti to come out from wherever he is. Because before this, there have been speculations. Oh, he is in some woman's house in Bambalang in one quarter and everything taking treatment. The woman, her son is a nurse and all of those things. I think what is happening is they should be somewhere. They have clustered somewhere and they are waiting and they have gone all around. They want to have information. They want him to communicate. They want him to come out to say, oh, I'm here, and all will not communicate. They want a signal to locate him. And that is why they play this dirty game. That is why they will get someone who will get to Paul Nilong and tell him all assurance. I'm telling you, I was among those who laid him to rest and he's gone. And then you come on the air and we get this out there, and then there is confusion and people start saying, no, we want to see Nopiti himself. Let him come out and talk. And the next minute, exactly what we do not want to happen could be exactly what we get. My people of the Southern Cameroons, I've said over and over, we must remain wise. We must stay woke. Let us always stay alert. I can't thank Comrade Big Vulture more. I really can't thank him and the entire command chain of Psalm 91 for, being available almost immediately to give us this information, this update, and to allay these fears at once. So my people, all is well. Nothing is happening to anyone, anywhere. And so, therefore, our liberation movement continues and we are on course. Before I move in, let me take this quick opportunity to roundly condemn with my last energy, the last energy I can manage, the hoodlums who went into PSS Mancon and committed this arson. I am even very convinced that the people who did this are not Southern Cameroonians. No. The people who did this are not part of this liberation movement. And those activists or whoever who comes on the air already to say that, oh, it is Amber Boys and all not, please, please, please revise your thoughts. We listen to Bitakola. We listen to Amorka make very clear they have determined that schools will resume in the Southern Cameroons. You only have a discrepancy of days and nothing. And they made clear that the schools they favor to reopen are mission schools, private schools, and community schools. And you see what is happening in PSS Mancon, this is a mission school. It does not suit the description of any of those institutions that they said must remain closed in the southern Cameroons. So therefore, if you are looking for who did this, go elsewhere. The saboteurs who did it have done it because they want to continue to pit the church against our liberation movement. But I think even the church authorities are all wise, smart, and intelligent. Tell their Tanganji boys or the bees or the whosoever who went and committed this unacceptable act to stop and desist, because they can't get us on that terrain anymore. Before I came to this broadcast too, someone called me and said, why don't you answer to Capo Daniel, who came out and made some incendiary remarks that I was supporting people who are threatening us or threatening some of us in the diaspora. And then he goes with a lot of lies. And I said, I won't do that. Because by the time you go to listen and you hear him say, Bitakola and Amorka said schools will resume on the 1st of October, which is our Independence Day. And of course, the videos are out there. When you listen to them, they tell you 4th of October, 4th. And a good lot of us have been reaching out to them to propose other ideas, rather than come on social media to be ranting and telling blatant lies. When you come and say that they say schools should open on the 1st of October, is it because the video is not out there and people can't listen to them? And someone asked me to come and be responding to that. Those are all inanities. I don't have time for all that. My time, I reserve it for La République du Cameroun. Those are the people on whom I will spend my energy. I will not waste it in internal wranglings and, I don't even know what to call it. So, that said, I am condemning that act. And I'm saying whoever is behind it, stop and desist. Stop and desist. This must be made clear. So, my people, today, like I promised, we are going to listen to Dieudonne Essomba. And then we will analyze as he goes what he is saying. Because the message from Essomba is so strong. And Essomba is speaking to Ambazonians. And at the same time, telling the people of La République du Cameroun, they are not just under a spell. Listen, that the wars that they are having now are just the beginning. They are still at Genesis. They haven't reached Malachi. And he makes clear to them that there is no way they will ever get salvation as long as the system remains what it is. And therefore, a big clarion call on the people of Ambazonia, to us who did not ever have to be part of that entire fabric in the first place. So I'll be coming to that shortly. And let me make you see a contrast of exactly what is before the people of La République du Cameroun. At the end of 45 or 50 years by Biya, then the next 50 years will frown. Imagine where they will be. Take a look. This is Ghana.
This is the Pokwase Interchange. It's Ghana's first four-tier interchange located on the Accra and Sawam Highway. It was commissioned by President Nana Akufo-Addo. Construction began in 2018 and was completed in 2021. It became the largest four-tier interchange in West Africa after completion. This interchange is estimated to cost about $94 million, which was funded by the African Development Bank and the government of Ghana. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, and share this video.
My people, this is Ghana. And they tell you this project was started in 2018 and it was completed in 2021. It cost $94 million. Take it even to $100 million and convert $100 million into CFA. You are going to be getting something about 60 billion CFA. I mean 60 billion CFA to construct that interchange that you are seeing there, and you have the feeling that you are in Houston, in the great state of Texas, in the United States of America. But that is in Ghana. I guess you heard the cost and the time lapse taken, 3 years. La République du Cameroon has been constructing a so-called two-way road between Douala and Yaoundé for over 12 to 13 years today. They have not made 70 kilometers. Ask them how much has gone there, they will be telling you 300 plus billion CFA. That is not the kind of place where the people of Ambazonia should belong. Never. Never. The République du Cameroon has for at least 11 years been constructing a 12-kilometer entry road from the Nsimalen airport into Yaoundé. That's the only superhighway that will link the airport to Yaoundé. Today, I say it's almost 10 years that they have been on that part. If I mention another time, I'm sorry. Almost 10 years. Ask them how much they have spent this far. They are at over 80 billion. But they are not at up to 60% completion. I said they are not at up to 60% completion. Now that's Ghana that you just saw. Let's go to a major road in Cameroon. This is a road linking Garoua to Marwa in the northern region of La République du Cameroon. You can see there, that car is touristic. That's carrying people in between Yaoundé, Garoua to Marwa. Look at the road. This is La République du Cameroon. This is a major highway in 2021. And then some people, some misguided people, come and tell you. Oh my God. Some misguided people come and tell you and me that we should belong to that kind of a fabric. Who like to be part of a failure, part of a serial and congenital failure that knows no end? Listen, knows no end. I'm showing this just so you see. Now, you may think you have seen enough. Recall that sometimes back, and that was in the month of August 2014, La République du Cameroon, in the difference that pitted them with Nigeria over the Bakassi Peninsula, signed a number of international agreements. And then there was a whole package that came with it on development projects that must be carried out in Ndian, particularly on the Bakassi Peninsula, because that was part of the international agreement, part of the peace settlement. So many years back, and they created a unit at the Prime Minister's office in charge of priority projects in Bakassi. Let me take you to Fabrice Lena. Let's see what that Bakassi looks like today. This is Bakassi like this, one of the islands in Bakassi. Look at the life there. Look at the place. But if you see the side that is leading to Nigeria, the difference will be clear.
Okay, so
yes, Fabrice, over to you.
Shebri, we just arrived and then we are taking something to energize the body so that we continue. We can see life in Shebri. Hi, guys, come. Let's take around.
It's true. Charlie, this is cool. Wait.
I think the main source of energy is
fishing.
generator. No electricity yet.
It's true. No network. No network.
No network.
Yeah.
People cannot communicate. It's a little bit confusing. How people communicate using telephone in this place.
It's true.
The main activity is also fishing. The main activity is fishing, right?
Yeah, fish.
And what is it?
Janga.
Janga. Okay, Janga. What's the time on Facebook?
Yeah, it's on that way. That,
Yeah. I'm on campus. Where will they be?
I want some. I will come.
So this is Bakassi. Just look at it. If La République du Cameroon, that is bound by agreements contained in a peace treaty signed with Nigeria, arbitrated by the United Nations in Green Tree, if they cannot implement, is it your land they will come and develop? Is it the Babaju, Bamenda Road that they will construct? Is it the Mamfe Kumba Road that they will make really passable, good, and everywhere all season? Is it the Kumba Munemba Road that they will construct? My people of Ambazonia, anytime you settle for less than you deserve, you will end up with less than you settled for in the first place. Always take this from me. So therefore, my people, you have no reason, no reason at all to withdraw from this movement. Listen, your contribution is so important to take us forward. Therefore, make sure you continue to be part of this movement. Don't backslide. Because just look at, I've just shown you, the best is yet to come and right ahead. And while I go, remember, today already is August 23. On October 1, we shall be observing and celebrating our Independence Day. We always, around this time, early enough, send resources to people on the ground to begin preparing and getting the things that they will need, getting the gear that they will need. So I'm using this opportunity first to thank those who continue to contribute, even when I don't call for contributions, into the accounts of the Ambazonia Relief Fund, the ARF. I'm taking this opportunity today to call on you. Give us what you can give. Put in how much you can put, $50, $100, 10 euro, 100 euro, whatsoever you can put. And Brother Ndi, I can't thank you more. We see what you are doing constantly. And to all of you who continue to assist us to keep this movement alive, I can't thank you more. So we need these resources time enough so that those who are preparing things and to move them here and there can already be working on all of that. So to contribute, you send your contributions to either it is Zelle, it is PayPal, you send to amberrelief2018@gmail.com. I will write that email and pin it as the first comment on this video. Amber Relief, AMBARELIEF 2018@gmail.com. So my people, that was Bakassi. Now, in my last outing, I indicated that Mr. Joseph Dieudonne is on firing lines. As a result, and because Paul Biya's modus operandi is to divide and divide and divide and divide until you can divide no more in order to rule better, has started consulting and talking to other people, to other politicians, to other so-called elite who hail from that place they call Southwest, and telling them he's looking for a replacement for Dieudonne. So as a result, the fighting has started. The gesticulation is unimaginable. You will have them now, even within that government, facing off in the press like never before. So, in prelude already, find this here. PM Dieudonne contradicts Paul Tazon on impact on tea sector. Now look at this. This is very interesting because Paul Tazon came out, and of course the opportunity is clear. He needs to position himself. He needs to get out from the lot, and that is a chairman of the reconstruction or whatever committee, and then tells huge lies about things that he has done here and there and all whatnot, and then even what he said concerning the tea sector and quite a lot of other sectors with what his impact, that's the impact of his activities is generating. Of course, Mr. John Gute, knowing very well why Paul Tazong is doing this, that he wants to position himself better to say, now that you are kicking out Joseph John Gute from the Prime Minister's office, look at me. I stand a better chance of delivering. Of course, and he starts by trying to present that, see, I've gotten a field marshal out of Lebialem. I've done this, the reconstruction projects, although we've not had the money from France and all whatnot, but this is what we have done. So PM John Gute says jamais. That's what you see in the papers. PM John Gute corrects the president of the reconstruction of whatever Northwest Southwest coordinator Paul Tazong. And I mean, you see, it is not always that we find this happen. But like I said, the heads are going to be hitting among these people who have refused to stand up for what is just, to stand up for their rights. I mean, the fighting is going to be deadly. At some times, we have even seen some people simply taken out. So it's really, it's really a moment to watch. It's going to be a very, very hot moment. And before I move into the vive of our discussion, because I'm about to do that right now, let's go over to Cyprus. And I want to congratulate Southern Cameroon's Ambazonian brothers in Cyprus who came out on the streets and, once more ignited the flame of those global demonstrations that we have been itchy to, return to. And so their outing was very remarkable to the point it caught the attention of even the local press right back in Cameroon, right back in La République du Cameroon, and of course in Ambazonia. So that is an initiative worth, praising. And so my brothers and sisters in Cyprus, congratulations to you all. And I understand that as a result of this move, our people in Canada are also already preparing, bracing to go back to the streets. And of course, I can only say my encouragements and urge all Ambazonians, all Southern Cameroonians in Canada to go out there and join them. When it comes to demonstrations, we don't know groups. We don't know organizations. We don't know separate movements. We are all Ambazonians and we are going out with a flag. So therefore, don't shy. Don't stay away because perhaps it's not the people spearheading and not from your group. This is Amba first. And so go out there, therefore, and be a part of it. And so, my people, while I move us into the real business of the day, analyzing Mr. Dieudonne Essomba, let me reiterate, in the interest of those just joining right now, that at the start of this broadcast, of course, I'm seeing messages coming, a lot of messages coming to ask me again, this story about no PT, is it true? Is it a lie? Of course, at the start of this broadcast, I received live by phone Big Vulture, that's Commander Big Vulture, all the way from Bui, from the great state of Bui. Of course, he was debunking that story and telling us here and assuring all Southern Cameroonians that our brother No PT is not only alive, but he's in good health, he's sound, and he's strong. So there is no point to panic. A quick break, and then we come on to Dieudonne Essomba.
Would you like to make a six-figure income? Well, you have come to the right place. At Venbati LLC, we can make your dream come true by training you to become a professional Scrum Master in just 6 short weeks. You heard me right, just 6 weeks. This may be the biggest life-changing decisions you will ever make. They say luck is when opportunity meets preparation. If you were walking down the street and opportunity walked past you, would you recognize it? Well, here is an opportunity you won't want to miss. At Venbati LLC, our world-class trainers would prepare you for one of the best career changes you will ever make. And then you can consider yourself lucky when you make that 6-figure income and laugh your way to the bank. If you are that person who can recognize an opportunity, call us at 240-701-7796. Check out our website, www.venbati.com. We have limited spaces. First come, first serve. Come one, come all. Would you like...
Okay, my people, let's move straight into Dieudonne Essomba's outing.
Il ne faut pas oublier que le pouvoir, c'est d'abord un problème de rapport de force. Hein. C'est pas la philosophie. Et au Cameroun, d'ailleurs, comme d'ailleurs en Afrique centrale, le pouvoir, c'est d'abord la force. C'est celui qui a les armes, celui qui contrôle les institutions, et celui qui contrôle la capitale, politiquement. Puisque si vous ne pouvez pas organiser une insurrection contre Franc et Yaoundé, hein, vous serez écrasé.
So I will not be letting it go so long before I come in, because I know that a lot of us don't really understand French. So let me go piecemeal. So you see, in this first lap, Dieudonne Essomba is saying one very important thing. That number one, when you look at all those who are looking or who are preparing to take over from Paul Biya, those who stand with Frank Biya are not only better positioned, they are even almost there. And he says that the reason is simple. Because number one, Frank Biya is of the ethnic group, the Ekangbeti, who have confiscated power for 40 years. Frank Biya is of the ethnic group, the Ekangbeti, who own the capital city. So the seat or the Unity Palace, the presidential palace Etudi, is in Yaoundé, in the Ekangbeti land. And he states, therefore, that if you say you want to lead an insurrection, or you are targeting Etudi, you want to take over and make sure Frank or anyone around Paul Biya will not be president, how will you pass? Where will you begin? How will you start? Because first, they have the home advantage that the capital city is in their land. The entire Ekangbeti clan, as he wants to say, are part of this entire conspiracy. Of course, they have the entire military of the country backing them. Where will you begin? And so he says, when it comes to matters of power, the instruments of power, or those instruments that determine power, are one, you need the military with you. Number two, you need the money. And number three, you also need the environmental advantage from what he's saying. And when he looks at the situation at this point in time, those who are saying Gabon is not Cameroon are likely mistaken. Let's follow again.
L'environnement politique de Yaoundé n'est pas favorable à une insurrection contre Franck. Donc quand les gens disent que le Cameroun n'est pas le Gabon, ils disent ça sur quelle base? Si on apprend que Franck maintenant, il a remplacé son père, ceux qui s'agitent là, ils vont faire quoi? De manière opérationnelle, ils vont faire quoi?
So Mr. Essomba ask simply that if you get up in the morning and they tell you that, okay, Frank Biya has been installed to take over from his father, what will you do? My people of Ambazonia, why am I interested in this? Because I want us to know that, listen, culturally, we have nothing in common with the people of La République du Cameroun. Why? Because one, we come from a democratic culture where we believe in the peaceful transfer of power, where we believe that the majority should determine who will rule us, where we believe in strong institutions and not in strong people. That is why, until this date, Southern Cameroons, aka Ambazonia, remains the only country in sub-Saharan Africa that had a thriving democracy before 1961, or right up to 1961, from 1954 right up to 1961, where we saw peaceful regime change, where the party in power, Indele's party, organized elections and lost and handed over to the opposition, Foncha and his KNDP. That is the Southern Cameroons I know. That is the Southern Cameroons I believe in. That is the Southern Cameroons I am fighting for. So those who are struggling to tie us with Yaoundé, here the kind of place that is. Here the kind of place that is. Tu vas faire quoi? What will you do? We have the power. That because the capital city is in some people's land, oh, come on, the country belongs to them. You can go and die. That is not the belief and the philosophy or the culture of the people of the Southern Cameroons. I'm playing this so that we should read the minds of those people that some in our midst continue to think that we should have anything to do with or that we should tie our destiny to theirs. Let's go back to Essomba.
Il contrôle l'armée? Non. Il contrôle le Conseil constitutionnel? Non. Il contrôle les camps? Non. Il contrôle la capitale? Non. Il peut venir faire des instructions Yaoundé? Non.
So you see that he takes his time to enumerate all those institutions that should ensure the passage of anyone to power. Elekam, that's the electoral body. Who controls it? To give you the impression that it is controlled by a certain Eno Agbams Egbe. No. Elekam is essentially run by Yaoundé people because whatever Elekam does, it will stop at some point and the entire power is vested in the hands of the chairman of the or the president of the Constitutional Council. He is the one to declare the results and can do whatever he wants to do with them. And he is called Clement Atangana. His name is Atangana. That's why Essomba is asking you, do you control Elekam? Nil. He asks you, do you control the army? Of course, we know 90% of the generals are Ekang. We know all the big positions, Ekang. Minister of Defense, Ekang. Minister in charge of the police, Ekang. The one in charge of the gendarmerie and whatever, Ekang. All, everything. Do you control any of them? No. So he tells them they have everything in their hands. They have all the sovereign ministries and all the resources. So when you say babab and make a noise, oh, Cameroon is not Gabon. It will not happen here. What are you counting on? Ambazonia does not have to be part of such a fabric. They should be tearing themselves over there, but without us. We didn't belong in the first place. We had the misfortune to try an experiment with them, which failed. And therefore, we must assert ourselves. Go back to practice the wonderful culture that we started. Essomba again.
Ils disent donc que ce n'est pas possible sur la base de quoi on nous cite Oumouobé. Ils iront sortir Oumouobé de la tombe où lui-même n'a pas été tué. Hein? Qu'est-ce qu'il leur dit que s'ils nous amènent leur Oumouobé, ils ne seront pas tués à nouveau. Non, il faut arrêter avec ça.
Sur le plan monétaire.
Je pense qu'il faut être réaliste. Hein.
Ouais.
C'est-à-dire que vous ne pouvez pas combattre un système quand vous n'avez pas de capacité d'analyse stratégique. C'est-à-dire du rapport de force. Le rapport de force des héritiers de Biya, le rapport de force est exagérément en faveur des héritiers de Biya.
So Mr. Essomba is very unmitigating. He's very clear and even provocative, deliberately provocative. Why do I say Mr. Essomba is deliberately provocative? Because he is poking his fingers in the eyes of those people who are saying it will not happen, it cannot happen. To say, if you think you don't want it to happen, better start working now. Don't think that there's someday you get our money and say, oh, they're put from and say, no. They will wipe you out. You will be crushed. That's what Essomba is saying. Essomba is telling them, stop making a noise. If you think there's something you can do, do it. For us in the Southern Cameroons, we are already doing it. All we need to do is make sure we go all the way. That's what it is. And Essomba is like telling us that if you people make an error to end this thing and allow yourselves again in our midst, this is what awaits you. Simply put, his message could never be clearer. And he says the balance of power in the Republic of Cameroon this far is exaggeratingly, is insultively in favor of all those who are fighting to take over from Biya, be it Frank, be it Gongo, be it Motaze, be it whoever. That is what it is. And I heard some dreamers making noise. Oh, isn't it time for what they call Anglophone to take over power? How you pass to get there? That is John Gute that they said at some point that, oh no, they were thinking about him. That's him, they've transformed him right now, as I told with you, into a town crier. Some said, oh, maybe they could try young and all whatnot. Oh. Others say, no, Musonge, having ambitions and preparing and all of those things. They say, Dormala, my people, listen. We have one way. It is the hard way, but it is the only way. Freedom. This movement we are in, be a part of it. Because that is our only salvation from a monstrous system that will never ever work to our benefit, to the benefit of our children, to the benefit of our children's children, to the benefit of generations upon generations of Southern Cameroonians to come. Back to Essomba.
Et la France elle-même n'agit que sur
la base de notre force en présence.
En présence. Comme ces gens sont toujours eux-mêmes des francophiles, on ne voit pas très bien comment Macron pourra venir intervenir contre eux. Donc, il faut dire que du point de vue stratégique, il n'est pas possible que le pouvoir échappe à la descendance de Biya, aux héritiers de Biya. Ce n'est pas techniquement possible. Donc c'est quelqu'un du palais qui va succéder à Biya, c'est tout. Je crois qu'il n'y a même pas de débat là-dessus. Pour celui qui sait faire le rapport de les autres là, c'est du bavardage.
So Essomba says, no daydreaming. After Biya will be Biya. No daydreaming. After Biya will be Biya. So after 40 getting to 50 years of underdevelopment will be another 40 getting to 50 years of the most horrible form of underdevelopment. Of course, you saw the roads. I showed some to you. Of course, you know what is going on right now. My people of Ambazonia, don't say tomorrow that you were not warned. Because Dieudonne Essomba is speaking to us. Don't say tomorrow that you were not warned. Because it makes clear they have every arsenal that they need to stay in power. They don't have any plans of any development, no. Listen, when they said this gentleman, oh shit, his name was just in my mind now, he's disappearing, at Tanganakuna, when they set him free from Kondengi, those who are aware of exactly why he was set free make clear to us that as he's been set free, in the days ahead, he'll be traveling to Europe because he is the one keeping the war chest in terms of money that they need to ensure that they maintain their grip on power. And the money in Switzerland, hundreds upon hundreds of billions. Of course, Atanganakuna did not stay long. He's already out of the country. He's in Europe. Yeah, he's in Europe. Right now, as you and I speak, Essomba is in Europe. So my people, make no mistake. We don't belong here. And we should never have been there in the first place. Essomba again.
C'est du verbiage pur. Hein? C'est du verbiage pur. Vous ne pouvez rien faire à Yaoundé. Vous ne contrôlez rien. Vous ne contrôlez pas l'armée. Vous ne contrôlez rien du tout. Sur la base des déclarations de quelqu'un qui est mort lui-même assassiné, vous racontez que vous allez changer quoi là? Non. Je pense que j'avais demandé aux Camerounais que le seul débat qui va à la peine, c'est changer la forme de l'État de manière à permettre à tous les segments communautaires de gérer les ressources publiques, chacun sur son pan de territoire, avec un grand État qui coiffe tout ça et qui est limité aux activités de coordination. Mais tout le monde espère qu'ils vont entrer à Ituri. Vous allez entrer à Ituri, ils vont entrer à Ituri en quoi faisant? Comment?
I'm sorry, but so Dieudonne Essomba is telling us that the only salvation for anybody to get anything, even crumbs, at least, crumbs, in La République du Cameroun, is that you should push for a greater decentralization. He even talks of federalism at some point and all of those things, so that you are able to have at least small in your own area and allow them to have all the money up there and do whatever they can do, because they have already confiscated everything. They have their grip on it and there's nothing you can do. So for Essomba, it's a matter of resignation. Just take the crumbs that you can. Unless if you want to do something, do it now. But I doubt that you have the capability or the possibility of doing it. And he says something very interesting about the role of France. Because people are saying, oh, France is disappointed with Paul Biya, France is disappointed with Paul Biya's clan, France is frustrated with them. But he says one thing. He says France has only interest. It's interest, nothing more. And curiously enough, all those around Biya who want to take over from him are all Francophiles. Therefore, they are all people who are pro-France. They are all people who will do France's bidding. So France will simply need to raise the stakes. And then the highest bidder, that can say, okay. Plus ça change, plus ça restera la même chose. The more it will change, the more it will remain the same thing. It will always be more of the same. Therefore, my people, when you find such a desperate situation, why should you hang in it? Dieudonne Essomba is telling us that we are not only in a sinking ship, we're in a ship that's already right underwater, and there is nothing that will ever happen to bring it back to the surface. But we still have an opportunity to jump from this ship with a few lifeboats and sail our way into freedom. Why must we want to remain and die with these albatross of a country? My people, these things, when they say them, we should not just let them fly over our heads, left, right, and all of those things. That is why I will remind each and every one always, don't tell yourself that you're in this movement for somebody. You are in this movement first and foremost for yourself, because you have to be part of it. It is our duty, our sacred duty, to make sure we get back our country and make it a place to be. Yes, people without roots, you're almost next to nobody. Let's take a last listen and then we can wrap it up.
C'est-à-dire, ça va se passer comment? Même à Idjo, qui lui avait de manière délibérée retransmis le pouvoir à Biya, les gens d'Aïdjo n'ont pas accepté, ils ont tenté de le récupérer, et c'est pas le sang qu'ils ont été chassés de Yaoundé. Mais ceux de Yaoundé, ceux de Biya, eux ils sont même des natifs de Yaoundé. Vous allez les chasser pour qu'ils aillent où? Ils vont sortir du palais pour aller en faveur d'autres. Ça va se passer comment? C'est-à-dire que les gens de Yaoundé, qui sont des natifs de Yaoundé, vont sortir de Turquie sur leur territoire à Yaoundé pour laisser la place à des gens qui viennent de l'extérieur. Ça va se passer comment?
On apprend justement que l'élite du Nord n'acceptera justement pas que le pouvoir reste aux mains.
Est-ce qu'on demande l'avis
des fils de Yaoundé?
Est-ce qu'on demande leur avis? Je vous ai dit, c'est un problème de rapport de force. Ils vont partir du doigt pour ancrer. Ils vont partir du doigt pour ancrer à Yaoundé.
De toute façon, ils fourbissent leur
faisant. Mais les gens qui sont au pouvoir maintenant,
oui,
ils n'y sont pas parce que les autres veulent. Et ils sont pas, ils sont plus forts que c'est tout. Maintenant.
So you hear those who have been saying, oh, the people from the north, that the northerners will never accept another Betty Ekang or another Ekang Betty man to be in power. He says, Dieudonne Essomba tells us northeast, they are noise makers. Noise makers. That where will you pass to enter? He is also poking his fingers into the nostrils of those northerners as to tell them, If you have anything you can do, if you know there is anything you can do, do it now. Because you are waiting. Waiting for what? Until when? And he tells them, you are noisemakers, you can do nothing. I said earlier, this outing is deliberately provocative to achieve two things. One, either to frighten all other ethnic groups to just sit quiet and allow the Kangbeti do what they want to do, and then you simply ask to have some small autonomy to manage the scrums that they give you, or to test the waters and see if any ethnic group, be it the Northerners, be it the Bamilikes, be it the Basas, be it the whoever, have any plan in place or have any war chest too in readiness to do anything. This outing is not only important, it is extremely strategic. And my people, for us of the Southern Cameroons, came here that we decode it together so that we are able to overcome the challenges before us, so that we are able to understand the need to continue to work towards getting together to kick these people out of our territory. That is our sacred duty. That is what we must do. My people, look, when I saw this picture, I say it depicts too well. When you look at this table, you see the chicken, the money, the champagne, the everything. You see all these men and women in suits and all whatnot on the table. But look at under the table. Who is under the table? The people. If the people decide that no, we are rising, the party is over. That's exactly what it is. So in the Southern Cameroons, we did exactly what this picture is saying. We have said in Southern Cameroons, it is over. And that is why since 2016, they are finding it so complicated for them on our land. This picture, I'm directing it to the citizens of La République du Cameroon. If you want to better your lot, better stand up. All you need to do is stand up. All these people need to do is stand up. All they need to do is stand up. Once they stand, once they rise, the party is over. So therefore, my people of Ambazonia, this outing today was simply meant for us to understand where Dieudonne Essomba is coming from and see exactly why it is important for us to continue to intensify our resistance all the way until we get to where we are going to. My people, we must remain strong. We must remain woke. And we must continue to condemn attitudes that are not acceptable within our movement. So at the start of this broadcast, I had this information about our brother foot soldier Nopiti, and which of course was debunked by Big Vulture of Psalm 91, of course, of the Unity Warriors of Ambazonia. I also have the main commander of Psalm 91 and who are affiliated with the Unity Warriors of Ambazonia. That is Commander Flyover. He just sent me this very quick audio too in reaction now, like to reinforce, like to reaffirm that our brother Nopiti is sound, safe, and strong. His voice.
Yeah, good evening, good evening. Blessings. Yeah, no, for this video, my
Okay, so I guess it is now very clear and absolutely clear. And I've also just, I'm receiving a text to here now in the chat from Paul Nilong, who is indicating that, I think, is this Paul Nilong himself? No. I think it's somebody who says, okay, he's writing on behalf of Paul Nilong. And he's saying that Comrade Paul Nilong is debunking this video. He says this is an old video that he released at one point when there was some kind of decoy about a so-called passing of our brother Nopiti. And so he says it is that old video that La République du Cameroun has taken out now and arranged to put out there just for the sake of propaganda and the confusion. Of course, I said this at the start of this broadcast. I said it. So I think it is absolutely now clear to all and sundry. Foot soldier Nopiti, our brother, is sound, safe, and strong. And the people of Ambazonia are more determined than ever before that we will go all the way until we attain our objective. Thank you so much. It was a huge pleasure being with you. I will be back here again in 2 days for us to talk about some lousy strategy being tried by La République du Cameroun again. So don't miss that rendezvous.
Like to make a six-figure income? Well, you have come to the right place. At Venbati LLC, we can make your dream come true by training you to become a professional Scrum Master in just 6 short weeks. You heard me right, just 6 weeks. This may be the biggest life-changing decisions you will ever make. They say luck is when opportunity meets preparation. If you were walking down the street and opportunity walked past you, would you recognize it? Well, here is an opportunity you won't want to miss. At Venbati LLC, our world-class trainers would prepare you for one of the best career changes you will ever make. And then you can consider yourself lucky when you make that 6-figure income and laugh your way to the bank. If you are that person who can recognize an opportunity, call us at 240-701-7796. Check out our website, www.venbati.com. We have limited spaces. First come, first serve. Come one, come all. Would you like to make a